Hi everyone. So I thought I would do a little demo for you on foam rolling since I have to do this anyway right now. So I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. So it doesn't matter what you have for foam roller. You might have one that's really squishy, you might have one that's pretty moderately difficult, or you might have a super hard one, okay? You can also, if you don't have a foam roller, it's really good to actually freeze like a big water bottle. Like a Fiji water, not a Fiji because that's not round, but like a liter bottle. You can freeze that and actually foam roll on that, which is super tough, but really, really good for you also with the ice. That is something that I haven't done in a while, but really, really good to do. So today I have a short roller, doesn't matter distance-wise, but I like to personally start on my quads, go to my hamstrings, go to my glutes, go to my shins and calves. So that's the way that I roll, literally. So let's go. So you're going to place this on your legs, at your hips, okay? Lift your legs up off the ground and then rock out and back. Okay, so you can rock out and back. And a little core and plank work with it too, basically. If you want a little more pressure, cross one leg over the other. You'll get more weight in one leg than the other. And now I'm going to shift my body weight a little to my right side. I'm actually going to just angle forward a little bit more to try to catch the camera better. So I'm angling my body weight to the right to get a little more pressure on that left leg. And now my right. For me, it's always like midway. When you find a point that is really, really difficult to roll on, sit on it for a second, like I am right now, and breathe through it. So, really sensitive there. I'm gonna just breathe through it. Sometimes you can actually lift and lower the leg. Doesn't feel good, and that's when you need it. So typically about 10 to 20 rolls in each direction. Now I'm going to go to my IT band, so which wraps from your glute down. So for this one, bottom leg, lift it up. Okay, this leg's crossed over in front, and you're going to roll. Use your arms and the leg for a guide. Into the hip. We will get the glutes, but this is more into the hip. Other side. Owie. Again, when it hurts, that's when you know you need it. I haven't been doing this enough, so it feels difficult for me. It's super important to get up into this hip joint, especially when you have toddlers and babies like I have been carrying around. It's called mom hip a lot of the time. We'll get super locked up. For more pressure, you can bring both legs up. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the glute. So sit on it. We're gonna angle into one glute at a time. So I'm gonna work the left one first. So I'm gonna cross over and shift my weight a little bit more into that side. Ooh, this one's killing me. And I'm gonna be filming a leg video after this, so. I warmed up a little bit first. You should have some blood flowing before you roll. Don't just do it cold, okay? So either a dynamic warm-up of sorts, or foam roll, or a cardio machine before you foam roll. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my right glute. flex your leg over. I just feel like it helps me shift my weight. You could be here. I'm going to just do a little lower back since I already am in this position. So I'm going to roll a little bit up and back. You can cross up your chest. There are specific foam rollers. I actually have one at VA that has the hole through the middle, so your spine sits inside of it. That's really good if you have back problems to get one of those. Okay, so that was most of the leg, but don't neglect your shins and calves, okay? So I'm gonna go on it this way. Actually, it'd be better for me to face this way. So put it right on your shins and take the pressure off. Okay, you'll probably feel immediate because you're probably not used to doing this. And then tuck it out, tuck in, and you're staying steady through your shoulders and arms. And then you can angle your toe position out slightly to get a little more inner. Toes in for a little more outer shin. So hamstrings, I never really feel the hamstrings on this roller. I have to use the spiky one. That's just me, everybody's different. I tend to have a little bit more hamstring flexibility than hip flexibility, so that's why I feel it less. Cross the other leg over and get more pressure in that leg. You don't even have to cross, you could do both legs like this, but for me, I need a little more pressure. Make sure you're getting all the way down to just behind the knee, not directly behind the knee, but right at the lower part of the hamstring where it connects. Ooh, baby. I'm actually going to show you inner thighs too after this one. All right, and then my calves. So again, both feet together, lift the hips up a little, or you can cross one leg over the other. Probably don't even have to really lift your hips up. Like it's good to do it on the floor like this because you can actually slide your body if you don't need all the pressure. Oh, my calves. Oof. You can always do like 5 rolls, 5 rolls, 5 rolls, 5 rolls. Alternate the legs. Try to flex the feet too sometimes, so you're not always pointed in the toe. You can always assist using the other leg, okay? So, a few different options for your calves based on your upper body strength and what's comfortable to you. This little spot right behind my knee that doesn't like me, so I'm gonna give it a little more love. Just flex, point, while sitting on that spot. Flex, point, flex. Okay, and then the last one I'm gonna show you is inner thighs. So you're actually gonna place the foam roller the long way. Okay. I just straddle it. So my body weight's on the floor, okay? My leg is on the roller, and I'm just gonna shift a little left and right, if you can see. This is painful, but needed. So sometimes you have to sit on the spot. It's called the psoas, right in. Feels like in your groin. Get that loose. Okay, I'll go to the other side, but I'll face different direction so you can see how I'm angled onto it. Okay. So your muscle and bone. And that is how you roll.